Hi. So I've had a problem for quite some time. I needed to put curved text on some parts, and Catia 5 just doesn't seem to have a great way to do that. I know there's an add-on that costs a fair amount of money, and my boss doesn't want to pay for me doing it once or twice a year. So I know there's some way to do it with Inkscape also, but I didn't really care for the program. So I'm going to show you a really quick way to do this that I found to be really easy. And so we've got just a frisbee here that I want to toss some text onto, and I'm going to use a program called Affinity, and they're made by a company called Canva. And I think it's a free program. It's got a lot of options, and I'm just barely scratching the surface here. So we're going to start off with a new AA3 here. Now, notice if you change to or pick letter size, it's going to give you our next step that we're going to do. It's going to give you it in inches. So I want to do it in millimeters. So I'm just going to pick an A3 here. Actually, let's pick an A5. It's going to be smaller. It's easier to see. So we've got our blank canvas here, and it automatically defaults to vector. And there's a lot of stuff you can do with vector if you want to draw some vectors on here, and you can put the text on that, have waves of text, which is pretty interesting for some other project. So we're going to go to layout, and we're going to choose the ellipse tool. And I'm just going to throw an ellipse here in the center, and we can scoot that around to wherever we want it. So we don't exactly want an ellipse, we want a circle. So down here in the corner, I'm going to change it to what I know I want the foot of the circle to be for the text. So the foot is going to be the base of the text, and it's going to be radiating outward from there. So I'm going to take our text tool here and just touch off on this. And these little arrows right here are beginning and end. So if the text was coming around here and it went past this, it would throw it on the inside. So we're just going to use the outside for this explanation. So I'm going to use an Arial text, and you can use like a narrow one, for skinnier letters, or bold for thicker letters, but I'm going to use in just a regular run to get this one done. And so font sizes don't equivalent to the millimeters. I mean, I know I want this to be around 10 millimeters tall. So I looked this up, and it's going to be around 40 point. So we're just going to change that over to 40 point Arial regular. Now, if you do this right now and just type it in and just change it over to DXF, you're going to have a bunch of letters that are filled with pretty much hatch. You have to delete all the hatch out of there, which is just a pain in your. It's not what you want. There's no reason for it. So what we're going to do is go over here to color and change it to opaque. So your letters are completely see-through right now. And you might be able to just check this box. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Just change it over to opaque. And then what we're going to want to do is stroke, which is putting a line on the outside, so making it look like we've got hollow letters. So what I do is just put 0.5 thick. And so you can't see it right now, but now I've got hollow letters. So we're just going to type in something random right here because we don't really care for this example. And so, yeah, we got some decent looking letters here. And I'm not going to go into that right now. Okay, so there's two ways to export this. There's the clean way and the dirty way. The dirty way is quick, and the clean way takes a little bit longer. So the clean way is what you do is go here to export SVG. And you see, I've tried this a couple other times and had problems recording this video because I don't do this for a living. So all it does is, as far as the name of the file, is just takes what you typed in there. And so let's go ahead and actually, I'll cancel out on this because I'm not going to show this, but I can explain it. So once you have this SVG file, what you want to do is upload it to a website called, unless you've got another dedicated program, you're going to want to upload it to svg to dxf.com or something. You can Google it and upload it there. And when you pull it down, you're going to have a very clean version of this, just made out of lines instead of a lot of points. So that's a better way to do it. That takes a few more minutes. I'd recommend it. But for you, I'm just going to show you the dirty way right now. The dirty way is just go ahead and select all these letters, then go vector, convert to curves. And so right now, you can see when I highlight this stuff, it's just a whole bunch of, this is what you're going to get. You're going to have to lock all this stuff down if you have Catia set up the way that I do. And so at this point, what we do is we go File, Export, DXF, and then it's going to ask for the location. I've got it in here. We're going to just overwrite this old file. Yes, I do. And so I've got the size that I want, I've got it where I want, I just need to position it on here. So what I'm going to do is just pick this surface and sketch on this one. Oh, I'm already in a sketch. All right. I don't need to pick a plane. I can just pick that top surface. And then what we're going to do is open that DXF. And let me see. Sorry, I didn't have this prepared now. Okay, I'm going to drag that over from the folder that I exported it to. So all you do now is just pick this text, Control C, Control V, it's going to drop out here in space. And so the best way that I found to move this stuff around, you can just go ahead and position it how you want. But if you want to have it positioned directly from center, just make yourself a 3-point arc going from any one of these. There. I make that reference also. So you can see on here all the points and stuff that is just garbage I'm going to have to lock down. So I'll take that and I'll move it. Make sure duplicate mode's turned off. Directly onto your center point here. And you can delete this now. Okay, so I need to lock all these things down or else I'm going to get an error when I get out of the sketch. So you can see all these NURBS and polylines that I've got that I need to lock all that down. The more text you've got on there, the more you're going to have of these. So I should be able to select all of these things and say, nope. So I'm going to have to go up here and do the NURBS first. There's something that doesn't let me lock it down. It's probably these 2 polylines right here. Let's try NURBS first. Selected objects, fix. Polyline, I don't know. Let's go ahead and do all the points. And fix. Let's try to get out of the sketch and see if it's angry. Yeah. I didn't want to have this in my video, and I'm not going to clip it out because I'm not going to take the time to do that. Okay, that one's fixed. Those are fixed. All right, this should do it. Okay, so now I just extrude it, whatever you want. I'm putting it as 0.4, and you've got curved raised text. Or you could, of course, have it engraved or embossed, whatever you'd like. So that's the way that I found to do it today. I hope this helps you, and good luck out there.